Okay, Khusboo and Siddharth Nath Singh. Khusboo, Congress spokesperson and actor. Siddharth Nath Singh of the BJP national spokesperson. Shobhaa versus Anupam Kher in the studio, both in the studio tonight.
I am not versus anybody. I'm here to speak for myself.
Right. Mukesh Bhatt on the one side tonight versus Savita Raj Hiremath. She's the producer of the movie Khosla Ka Ghosla. She has slammed Dibakar Banerjee, saying he's desperate for media attention and is doing this to get the media space. Now, all I'm saying is we show tolerance to other parties' views also. Other individuals' views. Tolerance is not just expected from one set of people. Let's tolerate each other's points of view. In fact, let's not tolerate, let's welcome it. Let's debate it. Let's counter it. But let's not be intolerant of it. Right? Do I have that agreement on both sides tonight? Okay, I want to start with the political parties. What's the point? Come on, Khusboo, tell us what is the basic point. Intolerance was discovered when? When was intolerance discovered? Can you tell me the date, time and year when intolerance was discovered in India? We're 68 years after independence. When was intolerance discovered as a concept, please, by the Congress party? When did we become an intolerant country? Khusboo?
We haven't been saying that the intolerance has not been there earlier also. We have been saying intolerance from the time we started fighting against the Britishers for independence.
I'm not talking of pre-British Raj. I'm telling you, since 1947, when did we become intolerant? No, because you're going around telling the whole world we are a very intolerant country. No, one second.
You raised the question.
When?
Let me finish.
When did we become intolerant?
Intolerance. If that was intolerance when we were fighting against the Britishers, it was intolerant to the British. It was intolerance to the British Raj.
Okay.
We fought that and we have come out independently.
Okay.
Today we enjoy the largest democracy in the world.
Right.
And yet today you're talking about intolerance, and we are talking how intolerant we have become, how intolerant this country has grown. It's a very, very shameful manner. It's not something as an Indian we need to be proud of. It's not about Congress, it's not about BJP, but it's about being the citizen of this country. It's very, very shameful that we are discussing intolerance in today's world. And that, I say, is completely intolerant, and the blame goes to these spiraling episodes, incidents which we have been seeing in the last 18 months. There has been intolerance earlier. We have agreed to it. We have faulted at times. We have apologized to it. But we have never seen BJP apologizing or even commenting on what has been happening.
Okay, so intolerance, you didn't tell me. Can you tell me date, time, place, event, what time? 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock on the 16th of May 2014?
Now what you're saying is you're being intolerant. People who return awards are intolerant.
No, I'm asking you, when did intolerance happen? No, when did intolerance happen? 1975 or 2014? Why are you
pointing about the time date?
Yeah, I want to know when.
Intolerant is a feeling. Intolerant is not. Intolerant is not a thing.
Oh.
It's not a thing where
it's
you
a
say
feeling.
Give me a date and
Khusboo?
time. Intolerant is
it's
a feeling of every citizen of
so
the
can I tell you?
country.
Can I tell you, Khusboo? Please don't go on. It's a feeling. Understand? That's great. Intolerance is a feeling, right? So if intolerance is a feeling, then tell me 62 people were butchered in Muzaffarnagar, right? Muzaffarpur. What were you being tolerant of communal violence? Is it when Manmohan Singh sat there, refused to do anything, refused to lift his little finger, he was being so tolerant? It's just people got butchered, right? Nothing very... You have to be a little tolerant towards butchery. Was that intolerance or was that acceptance? Why were you tolerant towards people being butchered?
Have you not faced it after that?
No, why were you tolerant of people being slaughtered?
On time and
no, why were you tolerant about people being slaughtered?
Haven't we faced the brickbats for that?
But no, brickbats is not the answer. No? No, but did Sonia Gandhi go to the Rashtrapati Bhavan at that time?
Else for that?
Did Sonia Gandhi go to Rashtrapati Bhavan at that time for that?
Did we blame anybody else for that?
No, but did Sonia Gandhi go to Rashtrapati Bhavan for that? Did 125 leaders walk to Rashtrapati Bhavan for that?
Did we start a blame game?
No,
did we start a blame game?
I commend your spirit of tolerance.
Were we hiding behind someone?
No,
were we hiding behind?
What was the Congress party hiding behind?
Was Congress hiding behind an outfit, something like RSS?
I'm asking you, what were you hiding behind? The National Advisory Board?
We were there for people to see.
What were you hiding behind? NGOs?
We were there for people to see.
You were hiding. Where was Aruna Roy? Did Aruna Roy go to the president and say, too much intolerance is happening, people are being butchered, people are being killed from Kokrajhar to Muzaffarpur? Did you say once then?
We have never denied that.
Then what What were you doing then?
We have never denied.
If you're not denied it, why did you not take a position earlier? Why did you not walk to Rashtrapati Bhavan earlier? Why did you not ask the president to use his constitutional powers when Congress ruled states saw more incidents of communal violence than BJP ruled states between 2011 and 2013? I am not misleading. I am telling you the facts. The most incidents of communal violence were happening in Congress ruled states.
We did not instigate Pranab Mukherjee, the honorable president, to speak against the growing intolerance.
Did you or did you not? I will ask you once. I will ask you once. Did you or did you? You are now asking the president to use his constitutional powers. I would say, okay, great, good for you. But now the question to you is, Khusboo, see, listen. Don't respond to my fairly pointed questions with intolerance towards my questions. You are being intolerant to my questions. I protest tonight.
I'm absolutely.
You are being thoroughly intolerant of my questions. My question to you is, you're being intolerant of my questions. And I don't know why you're being intolerant. You preach tolerance, but you won't even listen to my questions.
You're intolerant to my answers.
You are intolerant to the facts I present before you.
I'm telling you.
You are being intolerant to the fact that I am asking you a question. You asked the President of India to use his constitutional powers to save the country.
I'm giving you answers.
I am asking you.
Answers from anybody.
Ms. Khusboo, be tolerant of my right to ask you the questions, please.
Instigating the president.
Miss Khusboo, I'm asking you the questions.
You go spiraling into something else.
My question to you is, you asked the president to use his constitutional powers. Did you ask the president to use his constitutional powers when the Prime Minister of India and the Congress party gave support to the Samajwadi Party in Lucknow and received support from the Samajwadi Party in Delhi when 62 people were butchered in Muzaffarnagar?
President works in his own capacity.
But did you give him a petition then?
Any party.
Did you give him a
Anybody does not. Why? What was BJP doing? They were in the opposition. Today we have gone and we have given it to the president.
Why now? Why not then?
What was BJP doing? Why was BJP pinned up silence on that?
What were you doing?
Why BJP didn't go to the president then? Why did not BJP raise a voice against it?
Again, you are being intolerant of me. Why are you being intolerant of my questions?
Did the president speak about the ingrowing tolerance?
Why, sir? Why do I see so angry on my questions? Why are you intolerant of my questions?
I am not angry. I'm giving you the answers. Why should
okay, on the other side tonight, let's get Siddharth Nath Singh into the debate. Siddharth Nath Singh, you want to respond? Because I have a couple of questions for you as well. My first question to you, Siddharth Nath Singh, is irrespective of whether the Congress party is being opportunistic in their outrage.
Can I reply?
No, 1 second. The fact is there is a problem on the ground. Your response to this cannot be by raising Robert Vadra. I never understand the link. Any issue, you raise Robert Vadra. What has Robert Vadra got to do with the ongoing debate?
No. Arnab, there are two things to Robert Vadra. One is there is a channel which exposed Robert Vadra's dealings in Rajasthan. So obviously as a political party, we're going to encash on it and we're going to take a debate or take the debate forward. So that's very political. I don't think one should have an objection. But there is a reality that the Congress has been, obviously they have their own sources internally. They know what is happening on national level. They know somewhere they get a clue of what is happening on Robert Vadra investigation in Rajasthan. So they must be disturbed. So they are planning, they planned certain things to push a debate which doesn't exist on intolerance and to create problems for the BJP. And let me be honest, it is one segment is till 5th of November once the campaign gets over in Bihar. The second phase will start when the parliament gets into session, because the Congress under Rahul Gandhi has decided that we will be obstructionists. They did last time. They wish to have an agenda to do it in the coming winter session. So that's the agenda. So Congress on politically being banked.
They are asking why does the Prime Minister... No, 1 second. Siddharth, we are on the brink of the winter session. Let us be clear on one thing. We are going to come to the other debate in a minute. We are on the brink of the winter session. Their show of strength, you like it, don't like it, agree, disagree, consciously or unconsciously, deliberately or without deliberation. They have sent out their intention that protests will continue, will not die down till the Prime Minister breaks his silence. Now, you promised India first. You promised. No, nobody asked you. Nobody told you, give it to us in writing, India first. You coined the slogan, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. So they are saying, why does the Prime Minister not talk about the lynching of a 50-year-old Muslim man in Dadri over his choice of dinner? The charring of 2 Dalit children in Haryana? The spate of controversial statements from people like Mahesh Sharma and VK Singh? The parachuting of people like Sangeet Som into Western UP at a time of a communal flare-up? Speak up about it. You promised Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas. Bhaiya, abhi deliver kijiye. Don't get no answer. Do you have no answer to that, Siddharth? Do you have no answer for the other side?
No, we have enough answers if you allow me to give. No, if you allow me to give an answer and don't be intolerant towards me.
No, it appears you're not sure of your answer.
The issue is on Dadri, we knew from day one it's a law. No, I'm sure of my answer, so do not question my capability to answer you. So do not judge me and don't be judgmental to me, please. That's my request to Your Honor. On Dadri issue, we knew from day one it's a law and order issue. Let me be honest, yes, those certain people who went to Dadri made certain comments, they shouldn't have done it, and we did what we were supposed to do. We did it to an extent. One of them, I had to call up and say, please do not make that statement. I know what I'm saying.
Which one of them?
At the same time,
name the person.
It is a law and order
name the person.
issue, so...
But they say
please.
Prime Minister should speak, not Siddharth
Don't get into Arnab, don't get into debate.
Arnab, can I come in?
Arnab.
No,
I am a national secretary and office bearer. I have a responsibility. Through me, certain communications can be given. Okay, so I did that. So allowed that. It's nothing for the debate to be spoken about. But yes, you must trust me if you want to trust me. What I'm saying, yes, the communication happened within 12 hours. Forget about 24 hours. Within 12 hours, that first early morning when Times of India said that there is a section in the BJP at a lower level which we did not even know, the Lucknow did not know.
Who wanted Siddharth, come to the point. Come to the point. Is there a problem in this country or not? No, Siddharth, come to the point. Is there a problem or not? Is there a problem or not? Is the situation more polarized or not? Are there more incidents of communal violence today compared to earlier? Yes or no?
No, there is no polarization. There is no polarization. There is no polarization.
So people are imagining.
There is no polarization unless until the Congress, which is bankrupt. The issue is not of the bankruptcy. It is on the morality of how to defame India. They are working on that. And if you allow me to make my point properly, I'll be able to elaborate. But if you wish, I should not be speaking. I'll keep quiet.
No, what do you mean defame India? Just qualify that. Are you saying Sonia Gandhi wants to defame India? Rahul Gandhi wants to defame India. All these people want to defame
India. I'll tell you how it is defamed. Well, these are certainly the people who want to defame India because they have a design that India should not be progressing under Narendra Modi or the BJP government.
I'm quite surprised. I'm quite surprised
towards everything and therefore create situations. And I'll tell you,
no, please, Siddharth, no, 1 minute. Siddharth, a minute, 1 second. No, Khusboo, I have a counter for you. Sorry, Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh. Are you belittling the President of India? Are you saying that the first citizen of India is trying to defame India?
Trying to Sonia Gandhi.
Is Pranab Mukherjee defaming India?
I have a question for him.
Is Raghuram Rajan defaming India?
Certainly not. Certainly not.
Is Narayan Murthy defaming India?
What has the President of India or Raghuram Rajan said anything which is different what the Prime Minister of India said? So why get into that debate? They all are saying intolerance will not help. What is wrong in that statement? I don't find anything wrong.
Going of the highest rate are going abroad on
Khusboo ji, if we are going to speak over each other, I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening what you're saying. You're speaking over me. How can I listen to you? You're speaking over me, Khusboo ji. Have certain decency in a debate. It's not your film industry that you can shout on me.
The question was.
No, I'm not listening. I've not heard you.
No, the question is.
I've not even heard you.
Let her ask a question.
No, it was not a question to you.
Let her ask a question to you.
You are an intolerant spokesperson of the Congress.
Be tolerant. Learn to listen to others also. Please be tolerant.
What listen? Arnab is talking to me. He's speaking over me. He is not allowing me to speak.
You
come and butt me. How do I hear two voices when I am making my point?
That question was to me, Mr. Siddharth. That question was to me if Mr.
I was
Modi
answering
is
to
defending
Arnab
India,
Goswami.
and I
Arnab,
haven't finished
you got to
answering.
anchor it. You manage the debate.
You have your BJP minister. And
No, you don't answer. I didn't finish my question. I didn't finish my question. I didn't finish my answer. Okay, ladies first. Your liberty. Go ahead. Can you start it again, please? Can you repeat? I didn't hear you. Please repeat.
Who provides entertainment to millions of people. You doubt his patriotism? A man who lives for this country, who works for this country, who gives business to the country, who builds the bounty of this country with his films. And you raise his patriotism by saying, your minister says, Shah Rukh Khan ka badan yahan par hai, lekin dil uska Pakistan mein. What kind of a statement is that from BJP?
हमने तो कहा नहीं. I didn't say to Shah Rukh Khan, but yes, I can always make a simple comment that people don't become wise when they are 50. But yes, I will congratulate to my younger colleague coming from school. I will say that you have become 50.
Anyway, let's not trivialize the comment, please. This is not some. This is not. You know, 1 second, Siddharth. 1 second, Siddharth.
He was campaigning for Javed Jafri in last year's election. I have the right to comment on. I have equal right to comment on historian Irfan Habib, because his son-in-law is also an analytical, economic analytical with the Moody's.
You cannot doubt somebody's patriotism.
Well, you know. 1 second. Now, Khusboo.
Where were you today, Mr. Prithvi Raj Chauhan? In the march, he says about Dabolkar. He talks about Dabolkar. He was the chief minister. Do you understand? He did not act. He as a chief minister was the ruler accountable for law and order. And you are asking questions to BJP? What a shame you people are.
We have been working on it. We have provided protection to the
Karnataka, Kalburgi is under your law and order. A man gets shot and you are asking questions to BJP.
No, these film
what a
stars.
shameful spokesperson you people are.
Anyway, listen here. Listen.
Why you have not taken action?
Now I'd like to go to Anupam Kher and Shobhaa, please. 1 minute, gentlemen. Both of you pull back for a minute. Mukesh Bhatt is on the debate. Savita Raj Hiremath is on the debate. But before I go to Shobhaa, I'd like to go to Anupam Kher so he places his points and then we get the other side. Oh, by the way, Anupam Kher, by the way, you know, I don't know if all these film stars spoke about anything when a minister said there is no such thing like the Indian Mujahideen. I want to know whether these film stars ever spoke about Muzaffarnagar. When any of these film stars ever spoke when a minister said there is no such thing like the Indian Mujahideen. I mean, let's be clear about it, please. I'd also like to hear some of these film stars. I'd like to hear some of these film stars demand the release of the Vora committee report so that we can know exactly which politicians, bureaucrats and film stars did business. I want to know which politicians, bureaucrats and film stars did business directly or indirectly with Dawood or his associates. None of them spoke then. We know the links between the Dawood group and so many people in the Bollywood industry. Which one of them spoke then? Not one word came from them, not one squeak. Let them not define our patriotism. My question tonight is on the other side before I come to Shobhaa. Now, you've been very harsh, Anupam Kher, on what you call our pseudo-intellectuals who divide society. And you and Shobhaa have been on two sides of a debate that happened recently at a literature festival. I don't think it was a very pleasant conversation that happened between both sides. Have you become intolerant of the other side as well, Anupam Kher? And why did you say that these pseudo-intellectuals divide society and that is very dangerous? Why are you getting into this debate, Anupam Kher?
First of all, I believe in that because that's my freedom of expression. I can say what I think is happening. It's very unfortunate. Before coming to your debate, I was thinking, why am I getting into this? I'm a film actor, my school is doing well, everything is doing well. But I think it's very important to react as a citizen of this country. When I see people who are talking like this, when Khusboo talks about, she's not answered any of your questions, by the way, that intolerance started on what date? Today, Kamal Haasan ji said that it started in 1947. What about today, this whole Congress march towards the president?
Sorry?
It started when we were fighting against the Britishers. Britishers thought we were intolerant.
Khusboo, let me just finish, please. I think let's finish so that we can sort of finish, make a point. Okay. Otherwise, we'll keep talking to each other. So my point is that nobody is intolerant. What is happening in this country? Are we having army trucks going on the streets? Are we being hush-hush? We are talking on every television channel. We are talking about whether the freedom of speech is there or not. We are constantly, you are covering, you as an anchor person, have you ever got from the government of India, from PMO, from Information and Broadcasting Minister, any subtle message that you are not going to speak about certain things about the government of India?
Nobody would do that because I wouldn't listen.
Exactly. Please continue. So you think that you have a freedom of expression, you are exercising that.
Every journalist exercises freedom of expression.
So if every journalist exercises...
It is not a right that is breathed by a politician. It is given to us by the Constitution of India.
Yeah, so that means everybody is using his right given to him by the Constitution of India. You know, the biggest intolerance I saw was a Mumbai Lit Festival by the elite of Mumbai who was sitting there, and we were talking about whether the freedom of expression is in imminent danger or not. Okay, and Shobhaa was for the motion and I was against the motion, and the way those people in the auditorium booed me, I didn't see any difference. Booed me. Booed me means made faces and boo boo. There was no difference between people on the streets.
Did that happen?
No, let me finish. Arnab, I want to finish.
Okay, complete your point.
I did not feel any difference between them and the goons on the street. At least goons on the street we recognize from far away. That, okay, these are the people. But people who are dressed as sophisticated people, people who sit in their ivory towers and drink champagne glasses and have caviar and discuss about the poverty of India, people, when they become intolerant, that is dangerous. That's why I say that pseudo-intellectuals, pseudo-secularists are the people who are dividing people. Who are the people who say, who are holier than thou, and they say that this is what is happening in the country. The country is going through turmoil. What turmoil are we going through? Didn't we go through any turmoil when 84 happened? Didn't we have any turmoil when emergency happened?
Okay.
So what are we talking about?
Yeah.
But the point is that this everybody, Sahityakars coming out and saying India is going through intolerance. This intolerance word is become so intolerant by the people who pretend to be tolerant.
Are you ascribing motive? You know, you have said that the kind of audience that was present at the Lit Fest was one that sipped champagne and talked about the poverty of India, right? That's the point that you're saying. Are you saying that this fear of intolerance is the fear of the cocktail circuit?
I was present.
No, are you saying only the cocktail circuit feels this intolerance?
No. I was
booed by whom?
NCPA is in the middle of South Bombay. The topic was, is the freedom of expression in India in imminent danger? When I asked the organizers, I said, can you make it, is the freedom of expression of India in danger? They said, no, that is a classic debate that does not happen. And they had a Britisher as a moderator to talk about it. So that means we still need a Britisher to tell us whether we are right or wrong.
Right.
And Shobhaa will agree with me. She should have told them to shut up and sort of let him have used his freedom of expression and telling, even if I was wrong for those people,
right.
I have never seen such intolerance in my life.
Shobhaa, I think you must respond. I'm not asking you where was the outrage. That's not the question tonight. I'm not asking you where was the outrage. Well,
they were behaving like, I must tell you.
Let her respond.
Just a minute. They were behaving like junior artists in a film set, where the junior artist told, "Abhi hero bolega to tali marni hai aur wah karni hai. Abhi villain bolega to unko boo karna."
Why did this happen? Was that a reflection of intolerance?
Who would you blame
for that?
I think you should be asking this question to Anil Dharkar and the organizers, who Mr. Kher accused of hiring an audience. It was not by invitation. It was open to the public. The people who were there were there.
Was that
also,
intolerance?
they've also been
was
there.
It intolerance?
I'm sorry, let me respond my way.
No, were people intolerant to his views?
I do not want to get into that debate.
Why not? Why
I do not wish to, because I'm not here to discuss the Lit Fest. No, but I'm here to say
someone would shout
I am not here to get into.
No, we're talking about tolerance.
Get into this.
No, we're talking about tolerance.
I will not get into this.
But please tell me, Ms. Day, if you were to speak and you were to be shouted down, you'd say those people are intolerant. Is there an intolerance of the cocktail
me down. Circuit? You're not allowing me to speak.
No, is there intolerance by the cocktail circuit?
I'm perfectly convinced that Mr. Kher and neither he nor his wife have ever tasted champagne, caviar, nor performed at NCPA, which they definitely have, because I've been at those performances. The very stage which he says is elitist is the very stage on which he has performed to great applause. So if there's an audience there which is
those
not...
people have paid tickets. Paid for the tickets
That's
over
not
there.
the point.
They have come with their own, they've stood in the line.
You
the same people
insulted the audience and the organizers and everybody else by saying they were paid. Do you have proof that anyone was paid? But this is not what I'm here to discuss, so I'm sorry, Arnab. I'm here to say what we are discussing about intolerance, both parties, whether it's the BJP or the Congress, are equally guilty. And having said that, it makes me sick to see people marching to the parliament, especially when I have also seen and lived through the reign of terror which was unleashed by the Congress when Sanjay Gandhi was alive. I have lived through those Nasbandi days. It is not as if intolerance didn't exist then. It has always existed.
Why has intolerance... why has intolerance...
Today,
may I please, once upon... Shobhaa, they don't get angry.
I'm not getting angry.
You must understand one thing, right?
I'm not getting angry.
Now, when...
I'm not getting angry.
Yeah, good. Please don't get angry. Question is, I began the program by saying the way we are discussing this now in India, Ms. Shobhaa, is as if intolerance has been discovered. As if some Christopher Columbus came and said, whether he's a writer, intellectual, theatre personality, etc., oh my God, today I have discovered intolerance. Where was that sense of outrage all this while? When Maoists were butchering? How did their conscience come up? Please tell me, how did the conscience spring? Where did it spring from?
No, it is. We can either take the Prime Minister's words and say doob maro. We can call it drama bazi today. The difference is that there was no RTI that was there then. There was no social media the way it is as aggressive, where people could take the government, ask for accountability from people.
I don't understand.
Citizens
where does RTI come
into
this?
Today, it's a much more confident young India asking questions. They're asking questions.
No, why did they not ask questions when Maoists were issuing?
Because they were silent then. Doesn't mean they have to be silent now.
No, but why questions?
You cannot.
Can one person tell me tonight?
You cannot justify one person's shortcomings by saying they didn't do it then.
This whole club.
Do it ever more.
This entire club.
Who are the pseudo intellectuals? I'd like to ask Mr. Anupam Kher.
I'll tell you. Yes.
No. Who are the pseudo intellectuals? Ask Shobhaa De. Anupam Kher will respond. Anupam Kher will respond.
Who are these elite? The very elite that you are very much...
Watch it. Let Anupam Kher respond. She's thrown the question back at him. She says to Anupam Kher tonight, you talk of pseudo-intellectuals, name the pseudo. That's your question, right? Name them, who are they? Go ahead,
Before I say that, I want to say that what do we refer to today's tolerance and what is the reference point? Whenever we talk about today's
reference point?
It has to be compared to as to when. It has to be compared to the past, isn't it?
Khusboo says talk about it. Let's talk about British Raj times.
Why will we talk about it? But what happened between 47 and 2014? Nothing happened. You yourself on your program, after every episode you have been talking about what is happening in this country. She just now herself said it about Congress, and I think I'm very happy and proud that you are saying that.
Aligned, Anupam.
No.
Neither to the BJP nor to the Congress. I'm emphasizing that. I talk on behalf of citizens.
When the list of these people came out, look at my example of Dibakar Banerjee. It's the biggest example. It's the most fraudish thing that could have anybody done. Dibakar Banerjee's first film was Khosla Ka Ghosla. Yeah, means I can say it on television because I was Khosla in that film. Okay, and Dibakar Banerjee came to me. He was nobody. He came with the script with Jaideep Sahni, and I loved the script. Our producer did not have enough money, so sometimes we were thrown out of the hotels rooms, sometimes we were thrown out of the cars, but we made that whole film somehow or the other because we all believed in it. And when it came to returning the award, he returned an award which did not even belong to him.
Why do you say that?
Who did it belong to?
It belonged to the producer. It was given for the best film. Why didn't he return Oye Lucky Lucky Oye? That was also a national award, but that was because Walt Disney was the producer. So he did not have the guts to return that award.
Wow, that's interesting.
Miss, I want to say something.
Go ahead. Since we are exposing all forms of hypocrisy tonight,
and those sidekicks, I saw a picture of one of the sidekicks. I do not remember the name of the gentleman. There was an old gentleman who has returned his award. Older gentleman touching Akhilesh Yadav's feet. I thought that was disgusting. That was intolerant. everybody who's returning. Look at the people who are returning these on your show or on somebody's show. One of the documentary filmmakers openly said, I don't like Narendra Modi. So he had a freedom of speech to tell on the national television that I don't like the Prime Minister of this country, and he's still there. Nobody is arresting him. Nobody has put a gun on his head. Nobody has told him anything.
And I have just an interesting angle to it.
And these documentary filmmakers made those films against BJP or against anybody in any case.
You see,
from the one second. These were the same people. These were the same people who signed a petition. These were the same people who signed a petition. That's why I see a design. Why I see a design. One side.
You see a design here.
Why do I see a design?
You see a design in her response tonight.
I have a great regards for Shobhaa. That's not an issue. And she has the capability of differentiating between two people. I think that's fantastic. She started her conversation today about Sanjay Gandhi and about this thing. So that means that's what not the stance that she took that day on the Lit Festival. But that's besides the point.
Saying she's changed her stance?
I am consistent in what I believe in and what I state, because I'm not looking for a Rajya Sabha nomination.
That is the point. You know, this is what the problem is.
What's your point?
Anupam Kher is talking about because I'm looking for Rajya Sabha membership. I'm talking about this because his wife, Kiran Kher, is BJP member. And he's talking about it because he wants to get into Miss Day, I have no interest. Let me tell you on this.
I will remain neutral.
Let me tell you right now on air, right now, Miss Day, right now. Let me tell you on this day, I'm neutral because I have the power and guts to not join any political party or not take any position. The only time I did a mistake of taking a position was to become the chairman of the censor board. And the moment, in 1 year's time, the Congress government came and they threw me out of it. And who they got? Sharmila Tagore from our fraternity, and I have great respect for her. So that is called I was chosen. So I don't want any Rajya Sabha seat. I was asked to be the. Let me tell you on this show today. I was asked to be the chairman of NSDC. I refused because I said if I don't, if I take up a government position, one second, Arnab, if I take a government position, I will not be free to speak.
But my question is.
So this Rajya Sabha membership, this BJP candidate.
I get your point. My question.
I love Prime Minister Modi, and I think he is the biggest thing that has happened to the modern Indian politics. Great. So when I see him speaking on television, I feel proud. Okay. When I goes abroad and he talks about Indian values, I feel proud. We had a Prime Minister for 10 years who did not utter a word, and the only time he said when he called about editors that coalition government की अपनी कुछ मजबूरियां होती हैं.
So my question is therefore, and I'm glad this conversation is happening. My question goes ahead, and I wonder why is nobody answering my basic question, Mukesh Bhatt? What's my question tonight? Someone tell me. Say I am the most ignorant person in this country about intolerance, right? I don't know anything about intolerance, Mukesh Bhatt. I don't know whether intolerance existed during the Muzaffarnagar riots, during the Dhule firing in Maharashtra during Prithviraj Chauhan's tenure. I don't know whether there was intolerance in Kerala in Maharashtra in 2006 when a Congress government, when 4 members of a Dalit family were brutally murdered and nobody returned their awards at that point of time, or when S. Kovan, a 45-year-old folk singer, was charged with sedition for criticizing the Tamil Nadu government and its liquor policy. I don't know if that is intolerance. Because surely, Mukesh Bhatt, by your definition, the definition of all the other people who have discovered intolerance now, that is not intolerance.
None rape in Bengal.
No, how is this intolerance? And can someone tell me when did we invent intolerance? Mukesh Bhatt, when did we invent intolerance?
See, I want to tell you one thing, Arnab, is that after hearing the political parties talking and then Anupam and Shobhaa talking, this word intolerance is the new in word. You know, everybody is using it. It's a very fashionable word now to discuss, intolerance. I say that society at large has become intolerant, whether it's a political arena or it is the so-called the pseudo-intellectuals or the common man.
No, sir, you're avoiding the question. Yeah. I am asking you about intolerance in the context of the conversation about a climate of fear. And I'm asking you, was this climate of fear absent in Kerala in Maharashtra in 2006 during a Congress government when 4 members of a Dalit family were brutally murdered and nobody spoke? Nobody said a word, nobody returned an award.
That was wrong.
Why was it right? Why was doing the wrong thing right then and doing the right thing wrong now? Please explain.
What I said
Mr. Bhatt,
that time when I'm telling you, when that time when nobody spoke was the wrongest thing to have happened. And also today, when everybody is returning an award which is given by a nation and not by any political party.
You realize that we are now...
To disrespect, that is also wrong.
Sir,
it's also wrong.
Sir, please understand, we use the word cultural dictatorship now. Now let me ask you whether you or your like-minded friends used these words during the Shah Bano crisis when Rajiv Gandhi did what he did. When the NAC was constituted by Sonia Gandhi as its heads and the likes of Aruna Roy, who never fought an election, were given an official position. Right? When not a single Congress government declassified files related to the death of Subhash Chandra Bose, why was everyone quiet then? Why was everyone quiet? Someone tell me. What were they tolerating?
I'm not saying that was right.
No, why were they quiet then?
That was right.
Shobhaa, tell me, why were they quiet? Now everyone tells me it's an irrelevant question to ask.
No, it's a very relevant question.
It's an irrelevant question.
It's a relevant question to ask. I'll tell you why. At the time when Sanjay Gandhi was the reign of terror, which was all of us have been through of that period, people were scared to utter his name. Even when...
Why were they scared then?
Because they were afraid of some kind of punishment, retribution, action against them.
Really?
They did not have guts.
So we were scared.
His name.
So we were scared.
Yes,
you are admitting
that is true.
That time you were scared to utter a word.
It is true.
Today there is a freedom to utter a word. So you are
banning Kishore Kumar's song.
Shobhaa has admitted that there is no terror, there is no intolerance today.
Look at
the hypocrisy. Look at the hypocrisy today.
I'm responding to that.
Come on.
Perhaps you didn't live through it. People were terrorized.
Please admit.
So that means the fact that they are not terrorized today, that means there is no intolerance.
Congress where there was a fear. Today you don't have a fear.
Exactly. That's
Please
what the point
admit.
is.
Be honest.
People are more confident about voicing what they feel.
You have a pen. You have a pen of power.
How can it be possible they were frightened then and today they are...
He's asking you a question. He asked you a question.
How is it possible they were frightened then and today they are feeling
it? They are more confident. Young India will not be kept
You speak about the RTI.
Who is dabawing them? What kind of a dabaw they are under it? Sanjay Gandhi's stopped Kishore Kumar from being part of...
It will be declassified and you talk about the RTI regime under the Congress tenure?
You know, this
what RTI was there under the Congress?
I take a break.
Today,
I'll take a break.
Minister Modi,
I'll take a break.
One stroke says, no, the declassification will happen of Netaji file. This is the transparency that this government has brought. And you're questioning that transparency?
Should I take a break?
Spiral into something else.
Should I take a break?
No,
I have to take a 1 minute break.
No.
Can I take a 1 minute break?
I didn't get a chance to respond to your RTI. So
I will respond, but before I go to the break, Savita Raj Hiremath hasn't spoken yet. Savita Raj Hiremath hasn't spoken yet. I want her to come to the debate. And then I'll have to take a 2 minute break. After she speaks, then I come back to the debate.
There's no fear.
I think Anupam ji just mentioned that how in the race of giving awards back, how the Baka forgot only to realize that how he made a very big confession yesterday on television, also on Times Now rather, saying that actually I was trying to return my piece of award from the whole award, and I am actually using this platform to raise a voice because nobody is listening me, and I just object to FTI appointment, and that's a reason I am making noise. And this is my medium, and this is how I want to get attention of media. I really don't know what kind of intolerance he is talking about, and we're showing also.
Okay. We take a 2 minute break. I seek your indulgence. In 2 minutes, I will be back. And I will ask not just whether intolerance was discovered in 2014 or 2015, but whether cultural dictatorship as a concept was also discovered in 2014 and 2015. Let's keep our questions ready. I'm back in 2 minutes on the Newshour debate. Don't go away. Okay, now let's get back to the debate. The question here is, Siddharth Nath Singh, can I have your attention, please? Back on the Newshour, we're live tonight. 1 second, Ms. Hiremath, your attention, please. We're back on the Newshour debate tonight. Now, the question is, Siddharth Nath Singh asks a question. Khusboo, I want you to take that. He says, in continuation of what Shobhaa says, Khusboo, he says, the fact is they're speaking up, which means they're not afraid now, because Shobhaa said people were scared earlier, which means they were scared when the Congress party was in power, and they don't feel that sense of fear now. That overwhelming sense of fear that they probably felt under the Congress regime. I don't even want to tell you what all the Congress party did. You remember a film called Kissa Kursi Ka? You are a Congress leader. You are also been an actor. Kissa Kursi Ka was a movie.
Yes,
Kissa Kursi Ka was a political satire produced by Janata Party MP Amrit Nahata. It was a spoof on Sanjay Gandhi's Maruti Udyog controversy. It was banned.
Whether it was Perumal's book, Kissa Kursi Ka, or there was another movie which was banned by the DMK government. I have been with you on the debates myself, so do not remind me about that.
No, I'm only telling you.
To Mr. Siddharth, I would like to tell him, people today I'm saying, people who are returning the awards, they're doing it in a very, very democratic manner. Are they going to the street? Are they blaming the government? Are they blaming... Let me finish.
No.
No. Let me finish, please. What are they saying? They're saying they have been bestowed upon with an honor, and they're returning it back because the government is not reacting to the happenings.
No, Siddharth on the other side.
We have a prime minister. We have a prime minister who talks about everything from morning till evening, but he doesn't speak.
You want to create an environment to defame India, to stop the growth of India. You want the government to respond.
Let me finish. Why are you so intolerant? Why are you
Please
so
understand,
intolerant?
a lie can travel half of the world before the truth wears the shoes.
Returning the awards bestowed upon them. Why are you so intolerant to it? I'm asking you. If they're returning the awards, fine, take it back.
No, we are not responding to them.
Khusboo, they are not.
The problem is that you people are saying you are not responding to them.
They're backed by the Congress. Did we start the debate?
We are not even responding to them.
It is you who started. It is BJP who said that. It is BJP who first said it's engineered. Let's see what has happened in the last 18 months alone. You decide what we wear. You decide what we eat. You decide what goes in the mouth. You decide.
I can go to Irfan Habib and tell you why it is so. And I can even say on the Moody's Analytical, the associate economist is the son-in-law of Irfan Habib. Do you know what the crisis you people are creating? Where you are taking India? You people don't understand for your political gain. Khusboo ji, you are playing with India. My worry is not what you are saying. My worry is how can you play with India? Do not play with India. You are creating in India on the basis of 300 people a divided society where it doesn't exist.
Listen, please. Listen. Khusboo, 1 minute. Khusboo, 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Stop 1 minute. We have lived in a country. We have lived in a country
on the center and create a fear psychosis. You are harming the country. You are a citizen of India. Do not play with the India. India is bigger than your political game plan.
Mukesh Bhatt.
BJP will not allow that to happen.
Mukesh Bhatt. 1 second.
Yeah.
My question is to Mukesh Bhatt. Khusboo, 1 minute, wait. My question is to Mukesh Bhatt. Mukesh Bhatt, explain to me today as a creative person from the film industry, right? In this country, we've seen the disgraceful event of even Sholay facing the brunt of the emergency. I don't want to go to another film called Andhi. We know who was being portrayed in Andhi. Even Kishore Kumar's songs.
That was released.
Khusboo, what are you saying? You're countering me factually, is it?
Andhi.
Andhi portrayed whom?
No, what you're saying is...
Andhi portrayed whom?
After 2 years of...
Yeah, so 1 minute, please. I know what happened to Andhi. I know what happened to Kissa Kursi Ka. I know what happened to Sholay. My question is, there is a man called Kishore Kumar, Mukesh Bhatt. The greatest, if not the greatest, among the greatest of our, icons from Bollywood. He refused to perform at a Congress rally once in Mumbai. You know what happened? His songs were banned from the 4th of May 1976. Right? Till the end of the emergency.
Yes, absolutely right.
No, so my question is, this happened, okay? And then there are a group of people who after this immediately took a few awards, positions, papers or whatever. And till now Aruna Roy never said, I want an apology for what you did to Kishore Kumar before I accept a position on some national advisory non-elected body that Sonia Gandhi put her on, right? Now these same people, Aruna Roy, now stand up and they say, oh my God, culture of intolerance in this country. Isn't this hypocrisy by Aruna Roy? Isn't this the worst form of hypocrisy, Mukesh Bhatt? Tell me, take a position tonight. इससे बड़ी हिपोक्रेसी क्या हो सकती है? नहीं ये अपने आप को पेट्रन सेंट करते हैं हमेशा.
Right in this.
Tell me, so are they or not hypocrites?
No, you are 100% right in this. You are 100% right in this. But I also want to tell you one thing, that those days when Sholay had a problem, when Andhi had a problem, when Kishore Da had a problem, there were not platforms like the Times now, like the social media.
Oh, that's the only reason.
Even if they want to raise
people
the voice,
didn't speak because there was no news.
For it to be heard.
This is not. No, that's not.
There was no television.
No, okay, there was no television. Then when Vishwarupam, when Muslim religious outfit, when so-called Muslim religious outfit protested against Vishwarupam in Tamil Nadu.
For the voice to be multiplied. Will you listen to me for a minute?
That's an excuse, sir.
There was no voice to be multiplied.
No, but that's an excuse, sir.
That time.
We accept that excuse. Do we accept that excuse?
We had no, Mukesh, with all due respect to you, Khusboo just talked about freedom struggle. There was no platform, no television sets and no television channels when we fought the Britishers and we got Azadi. So if that happened and then we came collectively together, what are you talking about? There were no platforms. You mean to say that people lived...
But during emergency, we had newspapers who revolted against Indira Gandhi and emergency.
Mukesh, my point to you is, you are a film producer. Has anybody stopped you from making a certain kind of a film?
Shobhaa is adding to that.
What the Congress did was wrong. No. I'm not saying that Congress did was right. I'm not defending.
May I just say something?
My political ideology is...
1 second, please go ahead and speak, please. Open debate, please. Keep saying, I have to yell. It's an open debate, please. Let's not insult everyone else. Go ahead, Shobhaa.
And there is a social media available for him also to go on and talk. Why is he not using that medium and giving award?
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, how many filmmakers and artists returned their awards when Andhi was banned during the emergency? Nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. I want to know whether Romila Thapar and Irfan Habib will say that we will not grace a 2-day national conference organized by the Rajiv Gandhi Institute of Contemporary Studies like they are expected to unless you officially apologize for the emergency. Romila Thapar and Irfan Habib, should they not do that? Shobhaa, is it too much to expect, or are they the high priest of our intellectual world? Are they high priests? Too much to be questioned, right?
Let me just, the whole thing.
You don't question Romila Thapar, is it?
No, it's not about Romila Thapar or individuals. I object to the tyranny of either the pressure to return or not to return. I think it's a prerogative of each person. Each person has his or her own conscience.
Our prerogative to ask questions.
Why is there this whole pressure?
But they are returning.
Also the contest as to which party committed more crimes against people, against citizens. It's not a competition. Congress did it then. Was it worse? Was it more cruel? Was it less?
Last word.
Let's talk about the crime. Let's talk the crime. Let's talk about the crime. I want to pick you up. I want to challenge you on that. Let's start it. Let's start from 1984. No, Shobhaa ji, you will not be scot-free. Come on 1984, 1989. Let's go to the
let me tell you.
Let's talk about the Muradabad massacre. I want to talk to you.
I'm talking to you too.
Do not take political side. Please give me an answer.
Let me tell you, sir, that I was told by Vidyacharan Shukla,
give me an answer.
Many editors present, he said, I will hang you from a public square. I've heard it, so have all the editors present at that editors meeting. So what are we talking about?
What did he do?
So it was bad then, it's bad now. What is bad is bad.
What did he do then?
We are testing the limits of our tolerance of our citizens. What do we think of
that? That was bad. Give me an example.
The limits now.
Shobhaa ji, please give me an example what you have given.
I welcome this. No, 1 second. I'm going to come to you. I need to take a break. I welcome it. I welcome it. I welcome it, ladies and gentlemen. If someone's patience has snapped,
give me.
I welcome it. I welcome it. I welcome it. I welcome it. Siddharth,
please
Siddharth, I welcome it. Siddharth and Khusboo, I welcome it if someone's patience has snapped. I don't know why their patience did not snap when M.M. Kalburgi, Narendra Dabholkar, Govind Pansare were all being threatened by right-wing elements. When M.M. Bashir in Kerala had to give up writing a column on the Ramayana because of threats from the right-wing. That people should also ask themselves,
Arnab,
and this question will be asked on the other side. I have to take a break. I'm coming back. I'm extending the debate by 5 more minutes before the political debate tonight. Don't go away. I'm coming back. Stay tuned to the Newshour. Mukesh Bhatt, let me start with you. Concede, Mukesh Bhatt, 5 more minutes on this debate, and the next debate is a pure political debate. Mukesh Bhatt, concede right now that the way this, this award, Wapsi and all happened, now those who were returning the awards are seriously on the back foot because hard questions are being asked. Even your own members of your own Bollywood fraternity are being asked hard questions. They were all quiet till now. So, Mukesh Bhatt, I mean, let them be open, right? Tolerant to the counter questions. Are they also being exposed now as these questions are being asked? Yeah, go ahead, Mukesh Bhatt. Go ahead.
Can I talk to you
yeah,
without being interrupted?
Yeah, no interruptions. Go ahead.
See, Arnab, I am the president of the Film Producers Guild of India.
Yeah.
Like the country is diverse, so is the industry diverse.
Right.
Each one has his own point of view. Each one has his own political ideologies. Like, for example, me, in my own family, me and my brother Mukesh Bhatt have got our own distinctive political ideologies. We might differ with each other very strongly on various issues, but we stand united together. What I want to say is that we have to be tolerant in society at large, whether at the political level or in the industry level or in society in general.
Yeah.
We have to love our similarities but learn to respect our differences.
This is all nice talk.
You see,
Mukesh Bhatt, listen. Mukesh Bhatt, listen. Bollywood exists in India. Sorry, 1 second. First of all, points of view don't exist only in the Bhatt family. Points of view exist in India. This is a country. I am sure these superstars who suddenly started talking are not people who were born yesterday. Certainly not, actually. The renowned writer called Perumal Murugan had to give up writing after protests from caste and right-wing outfits in 2010 over his 2010 novel, which was called Matra Bhugan. Now, my question to you is this. Please tell me. So the same right-wing groups were harassing these people then, right? Why were they quiet in 2010? Why?
You're absolutely right.
No, why were they quiet?
Oh, no, why they were quiet? They should have... No, listen,
they didn't know.
If you mean to say
it was not fashionable.
Every single person...
There was no Twitter.
No, wait.
As far as...
I want to ask you one...
Shobhaa, they said there's no Twitter, so they didn't
say.
Say what happened.
Can I tell you? You ask me a question, can I answer?
No, let
you ask me a question, can I answer?
Yeah.
No, listen to me, Arnab. What I want to tell you is that let every person who is doing whatever he is doing is not politically motivated. Just because if somebody is now talking, that means he's got a political agenda only. Everybody is not manufactured. You can't put everybody in the same slot. That's wrong. If there is a voice being raised, some people, yes, might be politically motivated.
Right.
But not everybody.
Okay.
You can't put everybody in the same slot.
The rest of them have woken up now. As they say, you can.
No,
the point is, as the saying goes, as the saying goes, you can wake up a person who is asleep. But you can't wake up a person who is pretending to be asleep.
Fraternity and everybody that they are all.
No. But what? No, what? That's wrong. What's Mukesh Bhatt? You can wake up a person who is asleep. You can't wake up a person who is pretending to be asleep. Were these people pretending to be asleep till now? I mean, I don't understand this. Someone explain to me. I have not got an answer to my question. When was intolerance discovered? Siddharth Nath Singh. 1 minute left on the debate. Siddharth Nath Singh. Siddharth.
Arnab, my only comment is to Mr. Bhatt is those who have been in slumber on the intolerance just gets woken up because of certain thing which was happening in the past. But they get woken up because they have an ideological bent. Okay. Now, secondly, I must congratulate today Congress, you have cornered Congress that they cannot decide the day when the intolerance has been discovered. At the same time, Shobhaa has admitted that during Congress regime, when Sanjay Gandhi was there, their voice was being throttled. Today, their voice is not being throttled. So therefore, their entire campaign is concocted. There is being somebody who's pushing them. So there is an open admission by Shobhaa, and at the same time the Congress is badly cornered. So I'm very grateful to you, because I don't want India to be defamed. I have no problem ideologically if you blame me as a party and my Prime Minister, but I don't want India to be defamed.
Well,
I have to add one line, please.
I don't really care.
Happy because Krishna has exposed both of them.
Integrity of a national award intact, whether it is tolerance or intolerance, that's outside, but keep
Shobhaa ji, then you and me, please do not defame
Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh. Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh, just taking off on this whole business of defaming India. Please understand one thing. I want you to say tonight on Newshour, and everyone is watching, that the people who forced M.M. Bashir in Kerala to give up writing a column on the Ramayana, that they are also defaming India.
very true.
Now you won't say. Now you won't say, Siddharth.
I think I will repeat what my leader, Mr. Jaitley, has said. Hear me out. What Mr. Jaitley has said, that India has come to an age where there can be no ban. Those who are trying to push
avoiding
for
my question, Siddharth Nath Singh. Siddharth, avoiding my question. I want you to say, Siddharth Nath Singh, Siddharth Nath Singh, I want you to say tonight, Siddharth Nath Singh, that the Shiva Sena is defaming India with the Inca tax. Say so tonight, that the Shiva Sena is defaming India.
I have no problem what they did to. I have no great love for Mr. Kulkarni, but what they did, they have defamed India. Please rewind. It is my bite from the party office who said what Shiv Sena is doing, they cannot defame India. That's my bite, so I stand by it.
Okay, and then also say tonight, Siddharth Nath Singh, I like the fact that you are now finally beginning to respond to my questions. Please say tonight that Mahesh Sharma has defamed India with his comments in the aftermath of Dadri,
which he called an accident.
Well, Arnab, that's a long debate.
I think they
why?
Look at the context of
it's a debate on defaming India.
Context of entire. No, please. Arnab, cannot be a cherry pick. No.
I'm cherry picking. But when I ask a question inconvenient to you, I'm cherry picking. Till then, now you were congratulating me.
I said in the beginning, there were certain people I had to intervene. I had to tell them, do not make comment, do not go there, and I stand by that because my party asked me to do that, and I did that.
But understand, Mr. Siddharth Nath Singh,
that
those who murdered M.M. Kalburgi were defaming India. Those who murdered Govind Pansare were defaming India. Those who murdered Narendra Dabolkar were defaming India. Those who intimidated Perumal Murugan with right-wing groups were defaming India.
Certainly.
And the VHP is defaming India with some of its comments. And Yogi Adityanath is also defaming India. Do you believe Yogi Adityanath is defaming India?
Those who raped.
Is Yogi Adityanath defaming India?
The nun in West Bengal.
Is Yogi Adityanath defaming India? Answer my question.
Of the communal tension, but it is not a reality. They were defaming India.
Well, let's not be selective.
They were defaming India.
I thank you all.
Those who have used Kalburgi, Dabolkar,
I thank you all.
And not being
I thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Neither was tolerance discovered in 2015 and neither was intolerance. I'm glad we've had this debate, but let hypocrisy be forgotten on both sides. Let's move forward from this debate. I thank you all very much for joining me on debate number 1 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.